Y'all, today we are doing a mobile home makeover. I am DIYing our countertops. We're going to do a marble countertop DIY, and this is the easiest, cleanest way to paint your countertops. I'm so happy with the products that I picked out to do this because they're meant for countertops. We aren't going to have to seal, we aren't going to have to sand. All you have to do is clean the surface as best you can, and then you go in with the countertop paint. So it's kind of like an all in one. I will share that with y'all once we get to the painting process, but first I'm just going to take everything off the counter, and then I'm going to get all the dishes washed and put away. That way we have a clean space to work with, because once we paint these countertops, we will not be able to put anything on them for at least 10 days, but it does say that the paint takes 30 days to completely cure. So we're going to go as long as we possibly can without having things on the countertop.
Hope is the last thing that I need. Wanna feel something that's real. With you, I get that. You're like a lighthouse in a dream. Really distant, but your beam is guiding me home. So cold, yet warm. When you hold me, when you close. I know, I'm a lost case, I'm a mess. But everything feels a little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray.
Hit you with the text on XO. My ace boom boom, no flex, no. I won't gas you up like petrol. Just trying to take you way up where the jets go. But you didn't notice that. Keep clocking all my hours, I told you that. Work now, play later. But you keep going off on me. Keep texting like it's all on me. Yeah, you're all in my head like you're my forever, not for right now. My day one, you hold me down. Hard cold like the wintertime. Fight for your love, can't slow me down, don't go far. I take me and you over living large. Know I'll be there wherever you are. Cause you shine bright like a shooting star.
Everything feels a little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray. Making it brighter right through the gray. Making it brighter right through the
I'm using my Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface cleaner, and I'm also going to spray it on the backsplash. That way I don't have to worry about any like this is going to sound crazy, but cat hair, because we have cats and their hair clings to this backsplash, but I don't want to have any kind of stuff falling off of the backsplash onto the countertops when we're painting. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe down from the top to the bottom, and then we can get started painting, and I'll show you what I'm using.
He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own. You knocked me down, swept my feet off.
I wanted to let y'all know I have a new upload schedule. It is Sunday through Tuesday, so Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and also Thursday. So there's going to be 4 videos a week, all long videos, same content, just different upload schedule. So the next video y'all are going to see is Thursday, and we're going to do a really big home reset. I'm going to clean the whole house, and also all the Christmas decorations that were in the kitchen on the countertops. I'm going to go ahead and pack those away, because once the countertop's cured, it will no longer be Christmas. It will be after Christmas. So we'll go ahead and like do a bunch of cleaning and decluttering in the next video. So definitely be subscribed and hit that all notifications on the bell beside the subscribe button.
This all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your Left on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing.
Alright, y'all, I'm done. It's time to paint. We're using the all-in-one bonds, primes, seals, no stripping, no sanding, no priming, and this is a countertop paint by Beyond Paint, and I love it. It was amazing to work with. Highly recommend. Not sponsored. I got it in bright white, and then I also grabbed another one in black. Now I got the pint-sized tubes. It is really thick, but there's not a lot to go around. So I would suggest getting 2 of whatever the base color is going to be, especially if you have a kitchen island or you have a lot more countertops than I do. Get as much as you think you'll use, because it's better to have, more than you need than to barely have enough to do the whole thing, because I used the entire thing of white paint, and honestly, I could have done a 3rd coat. So yeah, if you want like a really, really, really white, like there's no kind of gray tone to it or anything like that, I would suggest doing 3 coats. Since we're doing the marbling effect anyways, I actually like how it looks after 2 coats. It's white, but if you get up really, really close, you can kind of see that there's something underneath there. But I feel like it looks good. But once we're done with this, y'all will be able to tell us if you think we should add more marble lines throughout it, because Erin thinks there should be more. and I like it the way it is, but y'all can kind of be like the tiebreaker. Let me know once we get to the end of the video, more or keep it as is, because I cannot. This is my favorite that we've ever done. It looks great. Not gonna lie, it looks really good. I don't know if it looks like a DIY. Maybe it probably does. I don't know, but if you didn't tell me that you DIY'd your countertops, I would believe that this was just real, that you went out and bought it. So this is something y'all can do, especially if you have a kitchen our size and your kitchen looks just like this. I know a lot of older mobile homes look the same, have the same layout, everything. This was under $100. So where can you get marble countertops for $100? I don't think that exists. You can probably get a sample of something like a square, a 1x1, you know.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin. Just spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin. Just spin for me. Won't you? I know it's hard for you to give it a try, but you are not alone. I'm here with you. I think you owe it to this beautiful night to lose all your control. Do it for you. Let me show you a place.
So the Beyond Paint suggested that you do as much as you possibly can with the roller, and then only use the brush for, like, you know, the areas that you can't get to. So I just outlined where I thought I wouldn't be able to use the roller, and then I'm going to go back in with the roller and roll everything I can, because you don't want the brush strokes in your countertop, basically.
You spin. Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin. Just spin for me. Won't you? Don't be afraid. Just let go of your fears, 'cause you know you can do it, baby. Dance them away. Now you know going out with you tonight? Are you close to here? I'm feeling down, I don't know why. No, it's so surreal.
In Kimi fashion, she had a little bit of paint left over and noticed that there was an area near the wall that needed to touch up, so I touched it up. Anyways, paint's paint. This is what it looks like after the first coat. And I'm going to let this dry. It says to let it dry for at least 2 hours, but just say 2 to 4 hours. I waited the 2-hour mark because I was wanting to get all this done in one day. So after 2 hours, it was time to paint that second coat on there again. So I'm going to do the whole thing over again. And then we're going to get into the marbling effect. And by the way, if you're new here and you've never seen this before, I put our paint rollers and paintbrush in a Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge, and then I will take aluminum foil and cover our paint pan. And also I line our paint pan with a trash bag. That way there's no cleanup ever.
No, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Though I want your touch. Baby, I so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, I so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. Slow it down. Slow it down.
So I've actually done a DIY countertop before on our kitchen. That's actually why it was blue. I painted it with normal paint that you use on your walls, interior walls, and I used the Storm Cloud blue, and it was in a Valspar can. So that took 2 coats as well. And we liked that whenever the other backsplash was up. It was a silver color backsplash, but I personally really like the black and white and gold look. So that is why the kitchen is getting an update. I'm honestly not someone that changes stuff over and over and over again. Once I'm happy with how it looks, it stays that way. So the backsplash is here to stay. These white and black gold marble countertops are here to stay. Everything's here to stay. The kitchen is done. The only thing we're going to redo is the flooring, and that's because it genuinely just needs to be redone. But what was I going to tell y'all? So the first time I did this, I did it with normal paint, which meant I had to sand the countertops first. Then I had to clean that up, then paint the second coat, and then on top of that, I had to seal it with, I sealed it with polyacrylic. Now, I've heard people say the polyurethane, one of them causes yellowing. Well, to be honest, y'all, they both do. Both of them caused yellowing. So I'm hoping that the seal that they mixed in this all-in-one is going to prevent the yellowing from happening. I will say when you clean up the area, the surface really good, the yellowing goes away. I think it's honestly just body oils, and I know that sounds gross, but I feel like that's what it is because it comes off. But versus this, using this all-in-one, much better option. You're not going to have the mess because when you do regular paint, you have to use an epoxy or something, some sort of sealant to go on top, and then it always causes those drips along the edges of the countertop, and then you'll see people kind of like sanding them down with the blocks. So this way, you're not getting any of those little raindrops or icicles hanging off of your countertops. I didn't get a single, well, actually that's a lie. I dropped my brush, so I did get paint on the floor, but I was able to clean it up. But normally when I'm using normal paint that you use for your walls, it's thinner. So there's a lot of drips and it's just messy to work with. Versus this, it's like working with lotion. It's a lot easier to work with. It stays where it's supposed to be. It's not rolling off onto the countertops everywhere. Highly recommend that if you're going to paint your countertops to use countertop paint, don't do it the way I did it the first time because, as we see, I'm having to redo it. And two, the process is just going to go so much smoother. All pun intended. It's going to go so much better. It's quicker. It's cleaner. This is the simplest way to paint your countertops. And if you don't even want to do marble and you're just wanting to paint your countertops, all you have to do is pick out the color of countertop paint you want, paint it. Don't put anything on it. That's probably going to be the hardest part of the whole job, is to just not put stuff on the countertop for an entire month. I don't know how they think we can get away with doing that. Like, there's got to be a paint out there that cures in 10 days and then we're done. But because 30 days in the winter, when we're having a wet winter too, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Very interesting, especially with me because I'm forgetful. But anyways, this is what it looks like with the second coat. Honestly, just as it is, I think it looks great, but we're going to add in some gold, add in some black to tie in the backsplash, and then also tie in our hardware because it has gold accents on it. But, this is just such a relief also. That blue was really doing something to me and not in a good way. So this white, just, it looks so clean and crisp, and it really makes the underneath our peninsula area pop, which, speaking of, I'm going to probably switch out those chairs for some black and gold chairs. But here is the all-in-one in the black. It's same brand, Beyond Paint. Use very fine pointed brushes because you're going to be freehanding. And the way I went about this was I just picked the direction I wanted to go in, and then we stuck with that direction everywhere. This countertop, the other countertop, because they're detached by the stove, we just kept the same angle. And then I kind of did, the little ziggy zags, but I was thinking about it as if you've ever painted a mountaintop, you'll see all the rough edges. There's peaks and there's dips. So I wanted it to look like that. That way when I go back in with the gold, kind of like the sun would do when it's hitting the mountain, you're going to have shadows and then you're going to have highlights. So we put some gold in the highlighted areas, and then some places I would put the gold in the shadow areas. So the highlighted areas would be above the black, and then the shadow areas would be below. I don't know if I'm explaining that the best way. If you've painted a mountainscape, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's how I went about it. That's how my brain could wrap it around, like, what am I doing here? And then in some places, I did fork off, literally, and create some, just how veins naturally do. They're like tree branches. They kind of fork off and go their own way. So I did add a couple of those throughout. And we may add more. I don't know. Y'all will see the end of this and you'll get an idea of, like, yeah, I feel like add some more. Throw some more in there. Or maybe we'll be like, no, it looks great as it is. We'll see. But you see how I kind of forked off right there? And it's really up to you. I was overly cautious and overly nervous for no reason. It doesn't have to look perfect because it's meant to look natural, and nature does not look perfect. There's rough edges and stuff like that. So as long as you don't get little dots everywhere and you keep in that line, I'm sure it's going to look great. So now we're going in with this gold. Now it does come with and this is meant to use for these types of projects. It does come with a fingernail polish tip. I took that out of there because I felt like it was too short of a handle, and I just used another little brush, and I'm adding in the little gold pieces here and there, and I'll do some up closes so y'all can see how that goes. But it's metallic, so it's reflective when it hits the light. It looks really pretty. Y'all, my cat just jumped on my desk and then walked across my computer. So noises were going off. The record stopped. I was like, oh my gosh. So here's what it looks like now. You can kind of see where the gold is. I didn't put it everywhere. I was very minimal with this because I was scared to death. And like you can see how it looks a little like imperfect, if you will. I don't know. I kind of like that. So I teared up a little bit because personally, they look like real countertops. I don't know if okay. If you live in a mobile home, you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know the material it is, but it's like not a real countertop. But it's countertops. Anyways, I was showing y'all like you know how women measure stuff. We see the shape of it with our hands, and then we go with our hands. And it was cracking me up. I was doing the same thing with my angles. Like, okay, let's see how this is gonna look. Because I was nervous, but if I can do this while I'm nervous, I know if y'all are nervous to do this, you can do it too.
Again and again and again and again. We're falling down, we fading. But I know that we can save it.
This may be a little bit random, but if you're left-handed, I found that it was easier for me to control the brush by going backwards. So that's why at first I had started towards the backsplash, but I ended up going back closer to myself and going backwards. Y'all probably have noticed it actually. So if you're left-handed, that's my suggestion. I feel like it gave me more control, more weight with the brush. The more control you have with the brush, the better off it's going to be.
But I know we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, we could work it out. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, we could work it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega.
For the first time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it. I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me. Alone without being lonely, getting back to the old me. It's kinda nice to feel free. I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do. I ain't over you. I ain't over. I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. Give it time, things will settle. Just a face till it's better, yeah. Heard it all before. Even though we were toxic, feels the most when you've lost it. That's just how it goes. By myself feeling lonely, can't get back to the old me. I'm stuck in way too deep. I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do.
We went head first into the fire. Watch the flames rise higher, love. We were burning so damn bright, just like a shooting star turns into dust. All the fighting, all the crying, reality caught up with us. We went head first into the fire until we crashed and burned. No, I wasn't the one, but I gave it all I've got. When all is said and done, when all is said and done, we went head first into the waves. We were right there in the eye of the storm. When I look back, I see it clear. I tried but couldn't give you more. You were a great one at the wrong time. I could never give you what you need.
We are almost to the before and after, but I did want to mention this is an eggshell finish. So if you want shiny countertops, then they do recommend using their Beyond Paint sealant. I'm not sure what kind of sealant that is if you're a little concerned about the yellowing, but that is what they recommend. I'm actually just going to leave it as is. It's sealed, so that's good enough for me. But here is a look back at what the before looked like, and here is the after. Now it is super dark, so the lighting is not great, but it's really bright in person. And I love the like harsh lines because they're big, like really bright black. And since my backsplash is really bold, I just love that contrasting. But if you want more of a gray tone or you want wider veins, then just take a dry brush and buff out those lines wherever you want them to look more faded and kind of washed out. But I love how this turned out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Should we add more? Should we leave it as it is? And thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see y'all back here Thursday for another one. But there's still a few minutes left of just up close and stuff like that. So stay tuned to the end.
You never spoke a single word of love, but I know this. I wanna give you my all night long. All night long. I don't know the softness of your kiss, but I imagine in every dream I dream all night long. All night long. All I wanna do is have some fun. I'm just waiting for you to take me out. All I wanna do is have some fun.
I totally forgot to let y'all know that if you are interested in doing this, I will leave all 3 products in the description box down below.